with the fact that I need to go live with the phone straight up, but that's okay. Here we are. Hello, 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 everyone. How are we all? Hi, Amy. Welcome. Says, hi, I'm here. How is everyone? Yes, how are we all? I hope everyone's doing well. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to get right into reading, doing some reading sprints. I'm up to my very last book of the month. I'm just getting it, Pretty in Pink by Jay Northcott. I have about 2 hours left on audiobook, and then I finished my 14th book for the month. My word. So very excited to get to that. What are you all going to be reading today? Let me know. Hi, Jane. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. I was not planning on doing a sprint today. I was doing another live, but that live ended early, and I am just really, really, really happy to be here to host some sprints. Yay! Alrighty. Okay. So Amy says, I'm reading Phantasma by Kylie Smith. Ooh. You know I need to look it up, right? Let's have a look. Ooh, it's book 1 in the Wicked Games series. Ooh. Caraval meets Throne of the Fallen in this spicy, dark romantasy where a necromancer needs to help from a dangerous phantom to win a deadly competition, only to find their partnership, blah, 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 blah. This is a game. Oh my gosh, and part of it is horror. Amy, you have to tell me if the game aspects are good as you continue to read, because I love my horror games, my thriller games in books, movies, TV shows. If it's good, let me know. Oh my gosh, it's a game one. And I did love Caraval. I did not like the book 2 and did not go on to book 3, because in book 2 the game took a back seat, and in book 3 the game did not exist, but in Caraval the game was fantastic. So let me know how the game goes, because that may be a series for me to add to my SAS list next year. Where are we? Jane says, started Killing Bridezilla by Laura Levine. Let's have a look. Is it Laura Levine or Laura Levine? Okay, Killing Bridezilla. Killing Bridezilla by Laura Levine. There we go. And it is a cozy. And book number 7 in the Jane Austen mystery series. Nice. Yeah, so book 1 is Pen for Hire. Yeah, I remember this series. Are you enjoying it so far, Jane? Let me know. I may give it a go at some point, because I know it's become a popular series over time. Okay. All right, should we jump into the first sprint and get things started? I know that it's starting to get later in the US. I think in Eastern time it's like 9 p.m. or something. So yeah, shall we begin our sprint? And if so, how long should we sprint for the first sprint? By the way, you may hear some noise in the background. I should have said this earlier. Someone has decided to mow on the day I am streaming right outside my window. So that will be another reason to jumpstart these sprints so that I can mute this. And hopefully by the time we get back, that noise is gone. Amy says, I'm 60% in. The game trials aspects is amazing. Oh, I'm excited. It's trials based on Dante's 9 Circles of Hell. Oh my gosh, that sounds so awesome. I'm sorry to freak out here, but in a good way. That sounds so amazing. I definitely have to look into it. And Jane says, I like it. With the Jane Austen series, I like it. It's got some funny moments. Nice. That's awesome. Maybe should check that out as well. Okay. Amy says, the trials play a huge part of the book. So far, I'm loving it. Way better than The Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I haven't read that one. Is The Powerless a game thriller horror as well? who's by Lauren Roberts. The Powerless. By Lauren Roberts from Powerless Trilogy. Is a fantasy romance. And I'm just quickly reading the blurb, the premise to myself, because I know that some people don't want to be spoiled. I'll be one moment. Okay, yep. So there's a trials that take place, and it's a brutal competition. Oh, okay. There you go. Oh, that's good. I'm glad that you're enjoying the other one more than Powerless. Okay. Jane says it's 10:34 p.m. here in Canada. I'm off to work tomorrow and also on vacation the rest of the week, so I can stay up a little longer. Yay! That's awesome, Jane. Yay! So I sprinted yesterday and I sprinted rather late. I do apologize. I would love to do a lot more sprints on my channel. It's wonderful to be back on video. Can we just celebrate that for a moment? Because I think for about nearly 2 years or so I was just doing podcasts, so it's wonderful to be back. And now that I am back on video, I can go back and do sprints. I can do live sprints here on the channel and also on the Discord. And for those of you who are here live, or if you're watching the replay and you weren't aware, I have a Discord and it is linked in the comments section below. I generally hang out mostly on the Discord, so if you want to know what's happening behind the scenes, then yeah, it's like they say in RuPaul's Drag Race when it comes to Untucked. If you're not watching Untucked, you're only getting half the story. If you're not part of the Discord, you're getting half the story. So come along and join us. We have a lot of fun over there. All right. Amy says, oh my gosh, is the quality horrible right now? If it is, I am so sorry. Amy says, Powerless is games like Hunger Games, but it's heavy on the romance banter, not enough games. The games are Hunger Games knockoffs, basically. Yeah, and it seems to be categorized as a romance, whereas Hunger Games is... that's, yeah, surprising. But the other one you mentioned, the, where is it? The Phantasma and that series sounds... All right. Hello and welcome, everyone who's just joining us. We are about to get into a sprint, whether it be reading or productivity. So if you are reading with us, welcome. If you're not reading, you want to do a productivity sprint, that's fine too. For those who don't know what a sprint is, I didn't the first time I joined, so please indulge me. Basically, what we do is we set up a timer to do certain things, then we come back and chat, and then we set up another timer, go away and do certain things, then come back and chat, and it's a whole lot of fun. It's a great way to keep us all motivated in doing whatever it is that we are doing. All right, so Pat's here saying, hi, everyone. Hi, Pat. Pat came earlier to my live. Pat, that live ended early. So I'm here now doing a reading sprint. So wonderful to have you here. Let me know what you read in the comments. And anyone else who is here, thank you so much. Let us all know what you're reading in the comments. And thank you for the love hearts. You all know how I feel about this. I know that most people who are live probably don't react the way I do. But when I see those love hearts sparkling up like they are now, that's just so beautiful. Thank you to whoever's doing that. It's making my day. Let's do this. Let's start with a 20-minute sprint, shall we? And we'll return at past. All right. So we'll jump right in and do that to at least get some reading done, and then we'll have a longer chat. What do y'all say? Let's set that up. I'll set it up right now. Till 20. All right, everyone, we'll jump into some reading and then we will come back. Well, so I'm just going to give everyone a heads up. What I used to do when I was streaming on StreamYard is I would sometimes shut off the camera. What I do these days, because YouTube doesn't seem to allow me to shut off the camera, is I sometimes flip it around. When I flip it around, you will see an image of a sparkly rainbow object. So please don't think that means I've left. I have not left. I am definitely still here. It's just, all right, everyone, we'll see you at 20 past. Happy reading. Okay, we have made it to 30 past. How did everyone do? Let's have a look. I made it to chapter 10. I'm about 3/4 of the way through, so I've got about an hour and 40 minutes left to go on my audiobook. And yeah, then I will be done for the month, which is pretty cool, given that today is the last day of the month over here in Australia. I'm really enjoying my book so far. There are spicy moments that occur throughout every book of the series, and they are 10 out of 10 spice. But the um, the the plot in between those moments have been absolutely fantastic. So I'm gonna turn my headset off. So how was your sprint? I hope that it was good. Where did you get up to? Let me know. Pat says, oh, what are you knitting? I'm crocheting actually, Pat. I love to crochet. I still haven't learned how to knit yet, but I've been crocheting for a while, and I'm making another blanket. Yeah, I think I've probably made like somewhere between 30 and 40 crochet blankets in my life, and I took a break from crocheting for a while and then decided to get right back into it. So yeah, I think it's good when you do something a lot and it feels monotonous to take a little break. And so I used to crochet blankets all the time in reading sprints and other things when I was just reading without reading sprints as well. And then I ended up stopping that and doing color by number on my phone. So I was just like tapping color by number. It was nice and peaceful. And then, yeah, I realized how much I missed crocheting. So I went back to it. Thank you. Jane says, 15%. Good work, Jane. Pat says, so lovely. Aw, Pat, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Amy says, I got 64%. To 64%. This is a very spicy book. I'm loving this room so far. Nice, Amy. Excellent. Let's see. Just be a moment. Right, yeah. Oh, thank you for the love hearts. It's interesting. I can't help but think of an episode of Drag Race, funny enough. It's just a quote, so you don't have to have seen the show, where Michelle Visage was saying to a queen, it's okay to let the room breathe. I'm someone who has worked a lot in customer service call centers where dead air is against the rules. So if you find me talking way too much, I apologize. I'm just used to not being allowed to have dead air. So I will try and let the room breathe a little. Amy says, it is, I'm loving this book, not room. Well, yes, well, either way. No, but I'm glad you're loving the book. It sounds really, really, really exciting. So Amy is currently reading, oh gosh, what was it called again? Because I looked up the wrong one. Phantasma at the moment by, I believe it's Kaylee Smith, and it sounds really interesting. Yeah, Phantasma by Kaylee Smith, being book 1 in the Wicked Games series. I don't know about you, but I love I saw a love heart just pop up there. Thank you. Anyway, I love my horrors and thrillers that come with games, regardless of their medium, whether I be physically reading a book, listening to an audio, watching it as a TV show, or watching it as a movie. I love horror and thriller game type situations, and the book that Amy is reading has a subgenre of horror that includes games. So I'm very, very excited. I'm glad you're loving it, Amy. Excellent. Okay, where was I up to? There we go. I think we are up to date with the comments. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right. Do we want to go into another sprint, or did we want to have more of a chat? Pat says, oh, a spicy game horror sounds so fun, right? Incredibly intriguing. Definitely, Amy, I'm going to be asking you for updates. Yeah, over on the, yeah. Even after the sprint, I'm going to ask you for updates because I'm really intrigued by that premise. Excellent. Okay, Mr. Francy, let the room breathe. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Because we're live, I can't pause. I try to pause when I'm doing videos so you don't see me cough. Anyway, all right. What was I going to say? How's everyone's reading month going, by the way? I believe it is still the 29th of September in the US, so one more day left until the end of the month. I hope you're enjoying your reads so far. And as I say, for me, it's the 30th today, so this is it. I need to finish that book, and then my month is done, and then we start October. Anyone got a lot of horror reads on their TBR for next month? I've got some. My October TBR is out if you'd like to watch it, and this is not me plugging it, I'm just saying that it is. And I think maybe a quarter or less of the books on my TBR for October are horrors, but that's because it's hard for me with my SAS list. We're 3 months basically away from the end of the year. I'm trying to get through as many series as I can, but I do have some horror books on my TBR for October. Where are we? Pat says, it's been a bit slow on my end. Only 3 books so far in September. Yeah, but nothing wrong with that at all, Pat. You know, you're still reading, and 3 books is fantastic. I was watching a video recently, and I won't call attention to the video or the creator or anything like that. Not that I had an issue with the video. I completely agree with what they were saying, but they were talking about different things. And one of the things they brought up was expectations on readers, especially because of the influence of BookTube. And I find it really interesting from a content creator side. I will say this much, having had this BookTube channel for this is my 4th year basically, so wow, it's going to be my 5th year. No, it's not. This is my 5th year because it started in 2020. Wow, I've been here for a long time. Okay. What I will say is that pressure that BookTube content creators have, I believe, is solely put on themselves. Pressure that readers have because of BookTube and the influence of BookTube, I believe they put on themselves. I think at the end of the day, for me, one of the best comparisons out there is quality versus quantity. As much as I am reading 14 books this month, I don't normally, and I am literally doing it to get up to date because I didn't get through my entire TBR last month. And even if I'm reading my standard 10 to 12 books a month, sometimes I do feel like it's way too much and that I'm not able to enjoy each book because of the self-imposed, again, it is self-imposed, the self-imposed pressure I'm putting on myself to get through all these books that are on my TBR. And yet it's funny because where's the rule on BookTube, be it as a content creator or as a viewer, where's the rule that says you can't just move books from one TBR into the next month? Like, really? Comments are coming through. I love it. Let's have a look and see what y'all are saying. Okay, so Amy says Phantasma is a romantasy with horror elements. Nice, nice. And romantasy, I don't know if I've ever used that word. I can see what it is, romance fantasy in one word, but I love it. Jane says, I have a couple of book club reads for October. I joined 5 book clubs on the Fable app. I probably won't be able to read all the picks. Wow, I haven't joined Fable. How are you liking it so far? Jane, let me know. And for those who don't know what Fable is, if you could tell us a little bit about it, that would be great. But yay, 5 book clubs. That's awesome. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 5 book club. Wow. I love that. I love buddy reading. And for those who don't know, at the moment on my Discord, I am very early asking for buddy read suggestions for 2025. And the reason I'm doing it now is to give everyone enough time to make suggestions so that we can work out what we're going to read next year together. And if you would like to join us for buddy reads, link to my Discord, as always, is in the description. But yeah, really, really excited for all the buddy reads that we're going to do next year. Okay. Where are we? Amy says my October TBR is not complete, but I'm reading the Dresden fight. Wow. Well, there you go. I mean, for anyone who knows fantasy, that's why it's not complete. You're reading the Dresden file. They're very long. I'm reading the Dresden files. I'm up to book number 5. I also want to read Never Keep by Caroline Peckham and Susan Valenti. New series, not connected to Zodiac Academy. Oh, there you go. That's awesome. Yeah, look, as I say, on the whole, I love Zodiac Academy. And I think we were talking earlier about the. There was there was a series that you mentioned. And I want to see what that was called again. Just a moment. I'm just getting it. I'll be 1 moment. It is called The Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac. The Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac Academy. I'm very, very excited to get into that one. If you love Zodiac Academy, that is one of the options that we have to vote on for a buddy read for next year is The Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac Academy. Where are we? Pat G says that is such a good point. Oh, sorry, what was the point, Pat, that was being made? Did I miss something? Sorry. Amy says, I usually call it fantasy romance, but they are considered romantasy everywhere I turn. Yeah, no, I believe it. I believe it. We love joining, shipping people and shipping terminology together. And so totally, understand where that's come from. But yeah, I would say romance fantasy too, but I understand what is implied by romantasy. But yeah, good point. Pat says, I've been interested in joining Fable as well, but I've been lazy. Fair enough. I'm still trying to work out what Fable is. Jane says, there we go. Thank you, Jane. Fable is an app where you can join a book club or you can create one yourself. Lots of genres to choose from. Really? That sounds amazing. Sorry, I went a bit high pitched there at the end. Lots of genres to choose from was the end of that comment. That sounds really awesome. Jane again says you can also track your books you're reading, and it shows a summary of what you're reading and have read. Nice. Are they trying to be like the new Goodreads, or not at all? It's completely separate. But either way, that sounds awesome. Amy says there are 2 series connected to Zodiac Academy. You have Ruthless Boys and Darkmoor. Yay! Excellent, 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 excellent. Definitely would love to get onto one of them and potentially also the other one next year, or if not that, then maybe the other one the year after. But yeah, really, really loved it. And really interestingly, I was advised by people who had read Zodiac Academy, not Amy. Amy actually recommended it to me, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, Amy. But people who had read it, who knew my reading taste, had told me that I would not like the series. And up until the last book, which I didn't love as much, which was book 8, I loved every other book that I read. And you just have to watch any of my wrap-ups or TBRs. Whenever I mention Zodiac Academy, you see how excited I get because I love the series. It's very much, in my mind, what I call the adult version of Harry Potter. While we're not using wands, it follows the you have magical abilities you didn't know, but because you didn't know, guess what? We have a school here. Let's go to the school and learn how to use those abilities trope. I'm sure there's a shorter way to say that, but anyway. So yeah, absolutely love that. But do be warned, it is very heavy on the spice. So if you're not someone who likes spice, it is 10 out of 10 spice. It can get incredibly graphic. The spicy scenes aside, it is absolutely fantastic as a series. Okay, where are we? Jane says, I believe the app is new because it doesn't have the option to select audiobook for the book you're reading yet. Oh, okay. There's a social aspect where you can message other members within the app. Nice. That's cool. That sounds fun. Because I don't know if you can, I was going to say, I don't know if you can do that on Goodreads, but yes, you can. You can message people on Goodreads. And Jane says, I think it's separate. I can't remember how I found out about it. I'm getting, oh no, oh good, Jane. But definitely, I might look it up during the next sprint. And because I love doing buddy reads. So yeah, I might give it a look and see what I think about it. All right, let's jump into another sprint. Does anyone have any recommendations for how long you would like the sprint to go for? Let me know. Oh, thank you for the love hearts. I must seriously be the only person who reacts this way to the love hearts and the party poppers and wherever that come up on the screen. But talk about spreading your positive, sparkling energy all throughout the world. All right. Any recommendations for sprinting length? If not, that's fine, and we'll do either half an hour or 45 minutes. I want to do a longer sprint and try and get to the hour mark on my audiobook. Any amount of time is good with Pat. Excellent. Thank you, Pat. Really, really, really appreciate it. All right, let me just work out how long it would be. Why don't we read to half past, to 30 past? Does that work for everyone? That'd be just under 45 minutes. Yep, and Amy just said she's fine with 45 minutes. That all good with everyone? 45 minutes and we'll come back at 30 past? Is that even correct? 15 makes top of the hour, and then 30, 15, 30 is 45. Yes, it does. Don't mind me. It is still morning here in Australia. That's my excuse. Fine with 45 minutes. Sounds good. Excellent. All right. I'm going to now put it in the comments and make sure I get it right this time. So just stay with me because I put in the wrong time earlier. So we are sprinting till 30 on this one. Till 30. And that will be a 45-minute sprint. All right, everyone. Happy reading. Can't wait to see how everyone's sprint goes when we do return. Once again, happy reading. Okay. We have made it to 30 past. How did everyone do? Okay, I'll just grab my book. Okay, so I'm reading Pretty in Pink by Jane Northcote, and I'm listening to it on audiobook, but I still call that reading. And I am, let's update the book. There. So, very close to the end. I'm up to chapter 14, and there's 20 chapters. I have just over 45 minutes left. So, yeah, I turned up the speed because it was a bit slow going. But, yeah, really enjoying it at the moment, and still loving Jane Northcote's humor. He continues as an author to make me smile and laugh, and I said this yesterday in the sprint, and it bears repeating. Any author that can give me an intriguing book is, that's fantastic. But any author who can give me an intriguing book but make me smile many times and make me laugh many times, that's even better. And Jane Northcote does a wonderful job with that, in my opinion. How'd you all do? Let me know. Amy says, I got to 70%. Nice. How are you liking it to this point, Amy? How are the games going? I'm so intrigued. If I didn't have such a stuffed TBR for the rest of the year, I'd probably add the series right away to my TBR, because I love, as I said, like the thriller horrors with games in them, even though it's a romance fantasy. I love games in books. Amy says, also, if you want game type books, try Light Lark. And I'm sorry that I'm turning away. I'm reading the comments on my laptop rather than my phone because it's easier. If you want game time books, try Light Lark and Nightbane by Alex Alistair. It's a YA fantasy and so good. Book 3 is out in November. Ooh, let's have a look, shall we? Light Lark. I haven't heard of that one. Thank you for those recommendations. Alex Alistair. And this is book 1, Light Lark. Yep. Let's have a look. All right, let's see what I can read without spoiling. Every 100 years, the islands of Light Lark appears to host the Centennial, a deadly game that only the rulers of 6 realms are invited to play. I'm not going to read any more because I don't need to. That sounds fantastic. Thank you so much for the recommendation. I'm definitely going to have to check if these series are available on audiobook, because I predominantly listen, so I'll check if they are in Australia. But both of those first 2 books in those series sound fantastic to me. Really amazing. Thank you. Amy says, regarding the book she's currently reading, so far it's so good. The games are intense and so good. Yay! That's so cool. Amy says, I love games, trials, books myself. Excellent. Yay! That's wonderful. I picked up a book, I think it was a few years ago, that really disappointed me, but it's my own fault. For those of you who have followed me for a while, you would know I like to go into my books blind. What I mean by this, for those who are new, is I don't like to read the premise before I go in. Of the specific books. Of the series, I don't mind obviously doing that, but of a specific book. And so a couple of years ago, I read this book called The Inheritance Games. I don't remember who it's by. And literally because it had the words Inheritance Games in the title, I went, oh, it's going to be a game book and people are going to play games and whoever wins will get the inheritance. No, no, not at all. Really disappointed me. But so I'm starting to learn now what to do. Amy, have you read The Housemates by Ian Rob Wright? I don't know if it would be too graphic for you, but it definitely has games in it. Think of a combination between Big Brother and Saw. That's what The Housemates is. And that was the first Ian Rob Wright book that I read, and it was fantastic. Blew my mind. How's everyone else doing with their reading? Let me know. Okay, so what I'm going to do, just a heads up, I will be doing another sprint for those who want to stick around for another one, especially with having just over 45 minutes left of my book. Yeah, much rather just do another one rather than just end everything. But I do realize that it's getting late. I think it's like 10:30 Eastern right now, so on Sunday. So I do realize it's late. Amy says, I haven't, but I will check them out. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. You're very welcome. Oh, thank you for the love hugs. They make my day. All right. Oh yes. I didn't respond to Lasso Kid. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the love hearts again. Lasso Kid says, going for a knitting world record. No, I'm crocheting actually, but I've been crocheting for many, many, many years. So for me, whenever I crochet, I'm on autopilot basically, and I think that's what contributes to my speed. So not trying to go for a record, not at all. It's just, yeah, I'm just so used to it that I'm on autopilot whenever I crochet. And then Lasso Kid said, are you making a coin purse? No, I'm actually making a blanket. And different people make blankets in different ways, but I make them starting off with squares, and then I put the squares together to make the blanket. So yeah, that's what I'm doing there. The hand stitches are fast, thank you. And yeah, sorry I didn't respond till now. I normally respond to comments when we come back from sprints. Jane says 34%. Nice, Jane. I hope you're still enjoying it. Just a moment. I'll just be one sec. Cool. Okay. All right. Anything else to talk about? Oh yeah. Just quickly, I know this would be incredibly late notice, given that for me it's the last day of September, and for you all in the States and Canada, you've got like one more day left and then September's over. But I'm potentially thinking of doing a bingo board for October. Is it too late notice? Is this something you may be interested in? Let me know in the comments as we do go along. It's very easy for me to, take it or leave it, to do it or not do it. But it's been a while since I've done a bingo board, and I would like to do one. It wouldn't necessarily be a horror bingo board per se. There might be a horror option on there, but just something for October. Let me know. And Pat says, I love a good bingo board. Oh, nice, Pat. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the love hats. You'll just make my day. I have missed doing sprints with y'all. Excellent. Yeah, I'll definitely have a think about it tonight. Thank you again. I'll definitely have to think about it tonight and create something. And I'll put it up on the Discord. And for those who aren't on the Discord, I'll do a video of it as soon as I possibly can. So the next couple of days or so. To get that out there. But yeah, it'll just be an October bingo board, not a horror one, because I am mindful that not everyone wants to exclusively read horror in October, and I'm not exclusively reading horror in October either. Okay. Also, I am looking for cozy mystery recommendations, and I know that at least some of y'all read your cozies. So, let me be specific here. I'll just be a moment. Okay, where are we? I'll just be one moment. Okay, so let me tell you the types of cozies I've read. I'm looking for something different. So if you have something different in mind, let me know. I'm just going to look over there to confirm, to go back and forth. So I've read a bookstore cozy. Oh, sorry, the lighting. I read a bookstore cozy mystery. I've read many culinary cozy mysteries. I've read a garden cozy mystery. I've read a private eye cozy mystery. I've read a cocktail cozy mystery. We're talking Haley Powell there. I've read Caravans, Campers and Criminals, cozy mystery. I've read Coffee, cozy mystery. I do apologize for the lighting. I have read, what else? And the Friendship one by, what's her name? Oh, golly, golly, golly. I really don't want to get up. Oh, gosh. It is by... And I do love her as an author. Laura Bradford, The Friend for Hire mystery series as well. And I'm currently reading the Millie cruise ship cozy mystery series. So I'm reading about a cruise ship at the moment, but that's my extensive list. So if you have any recommendations for cozy mystery subgenres that I haven't read, please let me know. I'm always excited to try something new. It doesn't mean I'm not excited to try something that I have already read in a subgenre. For example, I am looking into another coffee cozy mystery series next year, and another culinary one as well. Oh, and I've read Poppy McAllister, so that takes care of B&B/hotel. But I am also planning on reading some sort of something like B&B Hotel next year as well. But yeah, anything else, let me know, because would be very, very, very intriguing. All right, shall we jump into the next one? Where are we now? It is 41 past, to be precise. So what do you all want to do? 20, 30, 40 minutes? Pat says, gonna have a think of some cozy recs for you. Thank you, Pat. I really appreciate it. Yeah, just because I'm being mindful of the time, obviously, in on the other side of the world. I don't want to just say America, like America, Canada, even Europe. Hello, if you're from Europe and watching. So Amy says, if you like a ghost-type cozy mystery series, the Sarah Booth Delaney series by Caroline Haynes, maybe. I've read a few, and I love them so far. I started reading a ghost cozy that I didn't like, but it wasn't that series. So, and I just didn't like the attitude between the protagonist and the ghost. It was like in chapter 1 or 2, they were in a car. If any of this sounds familiar, then it may help you to determine. But in chapter 1 or 2, she knows she can see ghosts. A ghost is with her in the car. They're driving somewhere, and they were being really, really snooty to each other to the point that it was turning me off. So, yeah, that was weird. But anyway, thank you, Pat. I really appreciate it. All right, you know what? Let's jump in. We'll do one more, and let's do a roughly half-hour read. So we'll come back at 10 past, and if if you all have to leave or whatever, that's fine. Or if we want to keep going, then we certainly can. Thank you, Jane. I do need to get into Noodle Shop by Vivian Chen. The main character works as a manager for her family-run restaurant. Excellent. I'll have to check if all the audiobooks are available for me. Long story short, for those of you who aren't aware, I am actually on audible.com, but despite the fact that I'm on audible.com, some of the audiobooks are still geographically blocked for me, so that's what I have to keep in mind. And even more annoying, there are some series, especially with cozies, where they'll have book 1 and book 2 for me, but not 3, 4, 5, 6, but they will have 7, 8, 9, 10. What's going on there? But anyway, let's move right along. I'll put the sprint time in. Just a moment. And I will do till 10. And I'll just respond to Amy's comment before I mute. But if you want to begin, certainly go right ahead. Amy says, are you talking about the Southern Ghost Hunter series? That's the one. Good work. Yes, the Southern Ghost Hunter series by Angie Fox. It was on my something. I think it was on my SAS list for that year. Like it was last year or the year before, something like that. I think it was last year. By Angie Fox. If so, the series gets better after book 1. Okay, maybe I should give book 2 a go. There you go. And so thank you everyone for all those recommendations so far. Feel free to recommend during the sprinting if you come up with anything, or during the remainder of this sprint. And once the sprint ends, if you have recommendations, feel free to come over to the Discord or leave a comment on any of my videos. If you're not on the Discord and don't want to be, that's absolutely fine too. But let's jump right on in. We will return at 10 past. Thank you for the love hearts. We'll return at 10 past. All right. Happy reading, everyone. Okay, we've made it to 10 past. How did everyone do? I made it to, I got chapter 17. I've got about 22 minutes, just over 22 minutes left. So that's pretty good. Let's see what everyone is saying. So Amy says, the ghost in the Sarah Booth Delaney is not like that. It's hard to explain without spoilers. Yeah, I'm glad that you said that. I don't like spoilers. Completely understandable. And having that rough idea that, okay, it's ghost-themed cozy, more than enough for me. Thank you. So yeah, I did go ahead and look up those recommendations, and with Sarah Beth Delaney, it was a great example. Audible offering for me books 1 to 3, and then 12 to 26. So books 4 to 11. Not there for me. And it's not like there's spaces either. It literally, goes 1, 2, 3, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, weird. Then with Noodle Shop, that was really interesting. Jane recommended that. So Noodle Shop, I'm offered books 1 to 4. 5 to 7 I can pre-order. 8 to 10 is available. I've never had that situation before. Have you had that before? That's so weird. How, like, you can get the beginning of the series, where we're up to in the series, but the middle, you can pre-order. But anyway, either way, it's good. With both of those, and we'll go on to the next one in a moment, with Sarah Booth Delaney, is that it? Yep, Sarah Booth Delaney and Noodle Shop, at least I have the first 3 for Sarah Booth Delaney and the first 4 for Noodle Shop. What annoys me more is when you don't have 1, 2, 3, but for example, you have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I like reading my books in order. I know that you don't necessarily have to with cozies, but I'm a series purist. I prefer to read my books in order. All current Southern Ghost Hunters are available, however, for me. So every single one, including novellas. I was very surprised. Pat says, how about the Haunted Housekeeping series by R.A. Muth? First in the series is called, I think it's The Squeaky Clean Skeleton, and I responded to that saying, perfect, Pat. All 3 are available for me on Audible. So really, really appreciate that. Thank you. Pat then said, my eyes keep closing. Haha, time for bed. Happy reading, everyone, with some sparkly hearts. Thank you so much, Pat, again, for joining me today in this reading sprint, as you did as well yesterday. Really, really appreciate the support. It is so wonderful to be back, you all, as I've been saying this whole time. Thank you. And Amy says, I got to 73%. Nice. How are you liking it at this stage? Are the games still good? I'm very intrigued. Also, did you all want another sprint, or do you want to leave it there? I will say, if we do another one, it will be the last one. And it... Ooh, my light just flashed. Sorry, I apologize about that. Yeah, it'll be the last one, and it won't be longer than half an hour. So half an hour would be the maximum that I would do, and then we come back for a quick chat and finish it off, or we can finish it here. You guys let me know, because I know that it's very late on the other side of the world. So all good. All right. Anything else to discuss? I think we're pretty good. I just want to put a reminder out there for anyone watching live or delayed, because I am mindful that sometimes these sprints are watched delayed, that my September wrap is going to be delayed. I just want everyone to know that. I like getting my wraps out within the first couple of days of the next month, but I've already been warned by my editor. I hire out my editing. I've already been warned by my editor that there's going to be a delay on the monthly wrap. So I just want to apologize in advance for that, or not necessarily apologize. I guess I don't have to have it done at that time, but just at least put that warning out there. There will be a delay on that one. But I do have a video that is ready to go that I will replace where I normally my monthly wrap. I think I just disconnected there temporarily, and I certainly didn't mean to. Okay, Amy says, so far I'm loving it. It's getting late here, so I'm going to get off now, and thank you for the sprints. Completely understandable, Amy, and I assume it would be late for Jane as well, so we'll probably wrap this up here then. But I just want to say a very, very, very big thank you to each and every one of you who have joined me for today's reading sprint, and also if you joined me yesterday as well, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am going to take a day off tomorrow and not sprint, or if I do sprint, it will be in the Discord server. So if you'd like to come along over there, please do feel free to. The link is in the description. What I do over there is I offer audio reading sprints as opposed to visual ones. But I may be back the following day. So we'll see how we go. All right, everyone. As I always say, I'm going to let you all go with peace, blessings, and so much love. Thank you for all the beautiful sparkly hearts, standard hearts, party poppers. You've made my day. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to be back sprinting, and hopefully we'll be back with another sprint in a couple of days' time. Please do be kind, love one another, and spread your sparkling energy all throughout the world. And until next time, happy reading. Bye, everyone.